Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thanks so much for watching today. So today what we're gonna do is a little paint with me video. And so in this video I'm going to just show my painting process for painting an eye on one of these little cradled canvas boards. And the purpose of this video is so that you get a little insight into my process, see how I paint things. If you like to paint, also feel free to paint along. Or if you just like to watch people paint, then this is for you too. So here, as you can see, I've gotten started and I just did the underdrawing, which was in this burnt sienna color, and that's just to help guide me where I want to paint. And then I start laying in the colors, as you can see. So with this one, I got this idea. There's an artist that I like, Rachel Silva, and she had these cradled panels that she painted neon pink on the sides, and I thought it was really, really cool. So I had some of these panels too, and I thought I wanted to also do that. So then I thought, okay, but if I have the neon pink on the side of the panels, then what do I want to paint inside the panel? And it turns out just like a couple weeks ago, I got this bright neon pink oil paint, which I haven't had in like a really long time. So when I was like in high school, I bought this super cheap, super crappy neon oil paint. Um, and I've been occasionally using that in some of my paintings, but the paint was really, really bad. Like it just wouldn't, it could hardly, you would put it on the canvas and it would be pretty transparent and had no strength or power at all. So I got this new neon oil paint from, I think it was Holbein, and it's actually like a water mixable oil paint. So you can use it with regular oils or you can use it with water. And I've been meaning to paint with it for a while, but I haven't. So I thought, okay, well, if I'm doing these panels, then maybe I'll get a chance to use some of my neon pink paint. So for this one, I thought I would do the eye mostly in very neutral colors. You can see how I'm like using a lot of grays here, kind of similar to another artist that I really like, named Henrik Uldalen, I think is how you pronounce his name. He's an artist in the UK, and he does a lot of just beautiful little eye studies, and in portraits and figures too. He's also just really, really good. So for most of the eye, I was kind of mimicking his color palette and using these more kind of subdued gray colors. And then my thought was that then once I put in the neon pink, then it's really gonna stand out. And so you can see I'm using some of like the neon pink here, like in the corner of the eye and also in the side of the eye and a little bit under the eyebrow, and it does pop quite a bit compared to the other colors. The interesting thing about like putting the neon next to the other colors is that, like on my palette, if I take out the neon pink, then the other skin tones that I've mixed actually don't look very gray. They look pretty saturated to my eyes, especially on the gray background that I have on my palette. But then once you place them next to the neon pink, then they really start to look desaturated. So I thought that was interesting how the neon pink just really has such a strong, kind of overpowering effect on the colors around it, and how it can make them look really muted, even if in general I actually wouldn't think that they're very muted colors. And then also with this painting, I wanted to kind of emphasize, or bring into this painting more of a feeling of brushiness. I wanted you to be able to see more of the brush strokes. I really admire painters who can make a super beautiful painting without painting all of the details exactly as they are. And I like, I like it when you can see really nice brush strokes, because then it kind of gives you some insight into the painting process, and it's like giving you a sign that the painter was here. So so I wanted to work that into this piece, which is why I don't cover the whole panel, but instead I kind of leave some of the brush strokes off to the side so that you can get that effect. And then I also like how these brush strokes, it kind of, they're kind of like encircling the eye, so they're creating this kind of nice round motion around the eye, and that I thought was cool. Um, yeah, so then here I'm just adding in some of the final touches. I'm just also darkening the eyelashes here, getting a little bit more contrast within the eye. And yeah, I really like doing these small eye studies because it gives me a chance to play around with different palettes. Like I've never done a muted gray with neon pink palette before, and it would be pretty intimidating to do that for an entire portrait without knowing how all of the colors are working together. So it's fun to do little studies like these. Or also if you're learning to draw or learning to paint, I think starting really small is a great way to go, because then it doesn't take up too much of your time, and you can learn things and kind of experiment on a small scale, so it doesn't feel like high stakes like a big painting would. Um, so yeah, that's why I love these little studies, because I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to experiment, and it's just fun to try out new things and see how different colors work together. So yeah, that's basically it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this Paint With Me video, and I hope you join me again soon.